Welcome to our channel. Today, we bring you a tale of resilience, compassion, and unexpected destiny. Meet Amina, a young woman burdened with the care of her two siblings after their parents' tragic passing. Forced to leave her village and endure the cruelty of the city, Amina's journey takes a surprising turn when a selfless act of kindness changes her fate forever. Stay tuned to discover how this humble villager becomes the Queen of Hearts in an extraordinary twist of fate. In a small village nestled at the edge of a vast forest lived a young lady named Amina. At just 20 years old, life had thrust upon her the heavy burden of caring for her two younger siblings, Binta and Musa, after their parents tragically passed away. The family had always been poor, and with their parents gone, survival became even more challenging. Amina was determined to provide for her siblings. She worked tirelessly in the fields during the day and sewed clothes by the dim light of their small home at night. But no matter how hard she worked, it was never enough. The pangs of hunger and the cries of her siblings broke her heart daily. One morning, with a heavy heart and tear-streaked face, Amina decided she had to leave for the city to find work. It was a painful decision, but she knew it was the only way to ensure a better future for Binta and Musa. She entrusted them to the care of their elderly neighbor, Mama Fatima, promising to return with enough money to care for them. Mama Fatima was a kind-hearted woman who had known Amina and her family for years. She agreed to look after the children, her heart aching for Amina's difficult situation. The city was a bustling, chaotic place, a stark contrast to the serene village Amina had known all her life. She wandered the streets looking for any opportunity. After days of searching, she found work as a maid for a very wealthy woman named Madame Halima. Madame Halima lived in a grand mansion filled with opulence that Amina had never imagined. However, beneath the beautiful exterior, Madame Halima was a cruel and demanding woman. She treated Amina with no kindness, making her work long hours with little rest. She often scolded Amina harshly and denied her adequate food and rest. Despite the harsh conditions, Amina endured for the sake of her siblings. She sent what little money she could save back to the village, always thinking of Binta and Musa. One night, after a particularly grueling day, Madame Halima's harsh words and unjust treatment became too much for Amina to bear. She decided to run away, leaving behind the oppressive mansion. With nowhere to go, Amina found herself on the streets begging for food and shelter. Living on the streets was harsh, but Amina's spirit remained unbroken. She shared the little she had with other beggars and often gave her food to those she thought needed it more. One day, while sitting on a street corner, she met an old lady who looked even more destitute than herself. The old woman, frail and hunched, approached Amina, asking for food. Moved by the sight, Amina used the last of her money to buy the old woman some bread and water. The old woman, grateful, thanked her profusely, and they became fast friends, sharing stories and comforting each other during the cold nights. Days turned into weeks, and one morning, Amina woke up to find the old lady gone. She searched the streets, asking everyone if they had seen her friend, but no one knew where she had gone. Worried and heartbroken, Amina continued her search, hoping for the best. Unbeknownst to Amina, the old lady had been observing her all along, dressed in different rags to avoid recognition. The old lady was not a beggar at all, but Queen Zainab, on a secret quest to find a suitable wife for her son, Prince Abdul. One sunny afternoon, Amina was sitting on the curb, lost in thought about her siblings and her missing friend, when a beautiful car stopped in front of her. To her shock, the old lady, now dressed in elegant rags, stepped out of the car. Overwhelmed with relief and joy, Amina ran to her and hugged her tightly. The old lady smiled warmly and said, "I have something to show you, my dear. Come with me." Though hesitant, Amina trusted the old lady and climbed into the car. They drove to a grand palace on the outskirts of the city. As they entered, Amina was in awe of the splendor surrounding her. Queen Zainab led her inside, where servants immediately began to clean her up and dress her in beautiful clothes. That evening, as Amina descended the grand staircase for dinner, Queen Zainab and the palace staff were astonished by her beauty. Her natural elegance shone through, and the queen couldn't help but smile with pride. At dinner, Queen Zainab revealed her true identity and intentions to Amina. "You are not only kind-hearted but also very beautiful. You will make a perfect bride for my son, Prince Abdul." Amina was stunned. The queen introduced her to Prince Abdul, a tall and handsome young man with a warm smile. He listened intently as Amina told her story, from the death of her parents to her struggles in the city. Impressed by her resilience and compassion, Prince Abdul felt a deep admiration for Amina. Over the following days, they spent more time together, getting to know each other. The prince was moved by Amina's dedication to her siblings and her selflessness. A week later, the queen arranged for Amina to return to her village and bring Binta, Musa, and Mama Fatima to the palace. With a heart full of hope and excitement, Amina traveled back to her village. She embraced her siblings tightly, explaining that they were all going to live in a palace. She also extended the invitation to Mama Fatima, who had cared for her siblings in her absence. Back at the palace, Binta and Musa were welcomed with open arms. The queen ensured they received the best education and care. Mama Fatima, too, was given a comfortable place to live and recognized for her kindness and support. Amina's heart swelled with gratitude, knowing that their future was now secure. Over the next few months, Amina and Prince Abdul grew closer, their friendship blossoming into love. They shared dreams and aspirations, and Prince Abdul admired Amina's strength and kindness. A few months later, they were married in a grand ceremony attended by villagers and city folk alike. The palace was filled with joy and celebration as Amina and Prince Abdul began their new life together. Amina's siblings, now thriving in their new environment, looked on with pride and happiness. Mama Fatima, watching with tears of joy, felt blessed to see Amina's journey from hardship to happiness. Amina's journey from poverty to royalty was a testament to her kindness and resilience. As a queen, she used her position to help others, ensuring that her story of compassion continued to inspire many. Amina and Prince Abdul lived happily, their love growing stronger with each passing day. Together, they ruled with wisdom and kindness, leaving a legacy remembered for generations. Thank you for joining us on Amina's incredible journey from hardship to royalty. Her story reminds us that kindness and resilience can transform lives and lead to unimaginable destinies. No matter how tough the journey, never lose hope and always stay true to your heart. Remember, your actions today can shape a brighter future tomorrow. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Until next time, keep believing in the power of kindness and the magic of destiny.